Hi guys, this is Namcraft. What's going on? The ASL saga continues with the loser set. This is gonna be played between Shuttle and Scan. What nice games we've had this entire match day. The first game was explosive. The second game was atomic. The third game was cathartic, and I'm hoping for the fourth one that would be climatic. And what would that make the fifth one? I don't even know. I don't even want to think about it. But I just hope for some great games, man. These girls. What are they even here for? Why is she holding a sign that has got nothing, written on it? Are they from the university scene or something like that? Anyways, yeah. So Shuttle versus Scan. Of course, Shuttle is a favorite to win here. YSC, YSL. No, I was gonna say YSC, no YSL. The map is Polestar. That much I can tell you. C9 fighting. Who is C9? I think Shuttle is C9. Scan fighting. That guy. That guy is a Scan fan. I think all of you guys are Scan fans, which are great. Anyways, Polestar for Terran player against Protoss is 52.1% win rate. And let me just also quickly show you what the map looks like. This is what it looks like, a swastika. And I will just, throw in there some news feeds. So if you're, like me, trading crypto and stocks while watching Starcraft and casting, then you are, in luck because we share the same hobbies, which is multitasking. Anyways, back to this game. What do we have going on here? Looks like there's going to be a quick scout coming out from Shuttle. He finds his opponent right away, and I think Scan will be very, very disheartened to see this. He has found his opponent, and Scan's reaction is going to be sending out an SCV to try to delay that probe and try to limit the amount of damages it can do. So that's that. Anyways, before the game gets heated up, I'm gonna take this chance to thank some of my fans for your support because the games have been so fast-paced. I've have not had a chance to say any kind of appreciative words. I'm gonna say them now. So first of all, I'm gonna thank these peoples whose name are on the screen and whose faces are gonna be appearing at the bottom of the screen. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Peter from Sweden. Thank you for your support in the last 3 days. I'm gonna thank your neighbor, Mr. Sea Goblin is from Norway. What's up with all of these Nordic people trying to buy me coffee? A fun anecdote. I think the Nordic countries are the richest in the world, right? In terms of GDP and so forth. So I guess you have a lot of money to spare. Thank you, Giovanni from Italy. Thank you very much for the support. I hope that your Pope will live a long, long time and direct, the Catholic Church to its, victory against the Zerg. By the way, did you know that Catholic also means loving cats? Catholics, right? I didn't know this because there was a guy who's written on his profile, "I'm a Catholic," and I thought, I was like, "Do you go to church on Sunday?" He's like, "No," and the guy's like, "I don't go to church." I'm like, "That's weird," but you said you are Catholic. I was like, "No, I'm not a Catholic. I'm a Catholic." So that is a fun anecdote. Anyways, Mr. Z, I'd like to thank you as well. And finally, last but not least, Mr. Eric Clapton and his wife. Nice Zelle attacking here. That factory is so delayed. The game might end right now. The factory cannot come online because the third Xenon is making its way across the map. As you cannot see this map. I'm sorry. Now you can see. And let me just also remove the photo of the chart of the map. So now you can see the proper fog of war, so that's good. But maybe I'm just gonna throw in there a little bit more, right? Let's just give you some more photo for you to enjoy. First of all, let me just quickly show you Shuttle there. Wait, where is it? I don't see it. There he is, Mr. Shuttleman, and his opponent, it is going to be Scan, everyone's favorite English-speaking Korean scene, born and raised in, what is it, California? Mr. Scan, nice attack though, Zelle getting right across the map, and the Vulture is going to get surrounded. This game is going to end right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be another disappointing season for Scan, but that is to be expected. He cannot fight against pro gamers. He's only a pro lamer. He's gonna try to hold it at his high ground. He's got 4 Marines. More Dragoons coming through. I mean, this is like when I play against the Gosus, man. I mean, this is exactly what happened. We need to have a tank. There's going to be a tank. The factory will come up. I mean, Scan will try to fight a bit more because he's not gonna give up just yet. But the situation is very dire. It is so difficult. And what is going to be the next move now? The tank is there, so these Dragoons will get pushed back. Can Shuttle botch this? Is it possible for Shuttle to lose the game? What is this tank doing? Oh my god, he's so ambitious, that tank. Now they have 4 Dragoons, 3 Zealot, and they have recovered most of their shields. So the game is gonna go on, and we will most likely have a rematch between Shuttle and Calm. Looks like Shuttle is gonna be very careful. He will take a second gateway because his first gateway is out here. So that is gonna be very hard to hold in the case of a 2-fact push. But it looks like Scan will be going to for command center. Is it gonna be a third? What is it? The SCV will come down south. He's gonna try to block. Now it's got 2 tanks, 5 dragoons. It's gonna be 4 marines against 4 dragoons and 3 zealot. But he's gonna try to siege mode now. He doesn't need to come down just yet because his command set is not yet done. So there's no need to actually rush down that ramp. Second factory coming down as well as the engineering base. So I guess Scan is being very cautious. The dragoon is gonna be very careful. Looks like the siege mode is done. They will siege right now. Maybe he will wait for all 3 tanks to siege together. I don't know. He will siege now, and he will shell one of the dragoons. I would have preferred for him to actually use 3 tanks and siege them all together. You would, you actually get 1 dragoon destroyed right away with 3 tanks sieging. Anyways, now the command center will come out, and the game resumes. Shuttle's completely in control. He's in auto driving mode like the Tesla car, and he's gonna try to expand towards the 6 o'clock position. I don't really blame him. He's got everything in the bag already. There's nothing that Scan is. Scan doesn't have the cards. He doesn't have the cards. Just like Donald Trump says, he doesn't have the cards. But what Scan has is turrets, and they don't really matter right now because it looks like Shuttle is not going for reavers. He's gonna be expanding and going for a 3rd base. Things are looking very good for Shuttle. Let me just quickly check the map stats once again because I want to confirm if this map is Terran flavor or not. Polestar, it is for Terran player, 52% win rate. So yeah, slightly good for Terran, but not impossible for Shuttle at all. These 2 vultures are coming up, but of course the 3rd base is already planted. Now the question is, can he put down the 3rd pylon? He needs to go for the 3rd pylon. He's gonna try to go for. He need 2 more pylons, actually, not just 1. He would go for it and he will lose. Oh my god, the probe almost lived, but now it dies. And 1 vulture gets sniped. The second vulture might die. No, we don't have it. Anyways, observer checking out, and Shuttle is being shuttled again, almost losing his observer. Even though when he's got nothing to do, I mean, his whole job was just to move the observer around, and there was only 1 turret. But anyways, looks like Shuttle is being very fearful of a potential hidden starport. He's putting some dragoons back inside his main base. These vultures start to come out. We are looking at the 8-minute mark of the game, and Shuttle's got 78 supply scans, got 59. Can Shuttle botch this? It's entirely possible that Shuttle can still lose, because he's just Shuttle. But anyways, there's gonna be some pylon wall here. These vultures will lay some mines, so this potential 4th base cannot go up. Probe's gonna get transferred towards the 3rd base now, and he will seal himself up. It doesn't really need to seal himself up, because what if there's a hidden starport somewhere on this map, right? So that's a possibility. So Shuttle will not do that. He will just cover it with a single dragoon. Supply wise, looks like we're at the 8-minute and 34-second of the game. Shuttle's got 90 supply, and Scan got 67, so that's good. Coming out from Shuttle, vultures getting laid inside, but Shuttle doesn't go for reavers. I don't think he's going for reavers. Is he? I mean, he's got to be going for reavers, because otherwise he would be making a 4th base right now. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, this kind of maneuvers are very much to be expected from Shuttle in any of his games. Losing random dragoons to mines is very Shuttle. He does that a lot. Anyways, these vultures cannot get a high grounds, but he is going to try to come out with. Be careful, Scan. You don't want to lose too many vultures. You want to save them for later. He loses 2 vultures for nothing. Are those? No, those are gateways. Gonna say he's gonna make. Okay. Oh my God! Shuttle is going for the lamest build ever. He's gonna be going for arbiters, and arbiters suck. Everybody knows that arbiters suck in 2025 Protoss is Terran. You do not need to go for arbiters. They're just so lame. They're just so hard, and it's so easy for Terran to counter with turrets and mines and so forth. Anyways, back to this game. What is going to be happening here? Shuttle checking out for the various situation. He knows that he just needs to contain his enemy, make sure there are no hidden bases, and just slowly take up to what he wants to take. And it is going to be arbiters. Where's the arbiter tribunal? There it is. And if you saw that one game, who was it? Shuttle against the last game of KCM last week. I'm gonna spoil what happened. Oh, I guess I will spoil the players. Shuttle versus Light. I think, right? Shuttle versus Light. Or maybe Shuttle versus Rush. Shuttle versus Rush, that's right. That just shows how bad and how difficult it is to use Arbiters against Terran. It's so bad. It's so difficult. Anyways, Shuttle's gonna just continue to go. He's got the 4th base, so he's not doing so bad. In terms of economy, he's waiting for his enemy to expand out here, and he's got observers everywhere. It's gonna be the moment for him to start to clear mines. He needs to also clear mines at the 830 position, because that base, you know, technically is his. By the way, let me just remove these map stats. Sorry, they were here for a long time. There they are. Anyways, looks like Shuttle's got some Zealots. Zealots have got legs now. It's nice scan to see that there are Arbiters in the making. Some tanks gonna come out. Observer very nicely placed. You just need to stay exactly where he is. Don't even move an inch. Just freaking observer, man. The moment you move, you give up your position, and he can scan and snipe you. Tanks have got +1. There's gonna be a major attack before we even have Arbiters, possibly. But anyways, there is gonna be good defensive positions now coming from Scan. Shuttle is gonna try to surround his enemy. He's gonna attack now, or what? That's gonna be a complete mistake. That's a mistake to attack right now. He thinks he can win. I don't think so. Oh my God, he's driving through. He's gonna get he's gonna be getting blocked with a supply depot. There's gonna be some Shuttle on the high ground. He's gonna be able to storm. No, he doesn't even have storm. He just have dragoons, and those tanks are far back enough that Shuttle cannot reach them. He will at least try to attack this command center and try to get the Zealot wedged in with the SCV to do some splash damage and attack against the Goliath. And he comes, so he need to wait for the Zealot. Dragoon's attacking nicely. The tanks are a little bit way too close forward, and the Dragoon's gonna try to attack here. The first tank has fallen. Shuttle's gonna be trying very hard to snipe as many Goliaths as possible. He gets a lot of Goliaths gonna pull back, and that was very wasteful. That was so wasteful from Shuttle. I don't even know why he needed to do that, man. He just need to play a standard game, expand, take 2 more bases, and wait for the Arbiter energy. If you're gonna be going for Arbiters anyways, you need to wait for the energy to complete. You know, and not. I guess he just feels like he's so much ahead that he just need to wait for the Arbiters to, you know, to do his attack. But anyways, it's gonna be a single vultures coming through. They cannot get anything done. The first Arbiter in the game is out here. 61 energy so far. A lot of gateway coming down, and Shuttle is persisting to the old way, whereas the world has moved on. He's still using Google, whereas the rest of the world is using ChatGPT. Anyway, some vultures are gonna try to, you know, find any kind of hidden probes or anything like that, but there's nothing to be found. And Shuttle will expand towards the bottom right. This is a mistake. You need to expand to the lower base because you got complete map control. You need to expand on the lower, you know, on the lower ramp. This is common sense. This is common sense. Anyways, the tanks don't have +1 armor and +2 upgrades yet. I think they will have soon. But for the time being, Shuttle is taking bases way too slowly, man. He's gonna take a 5th base. He needs to take a 6th base now. Not like just starting to take a 5th base when he's got complete domination in terms of air technology. I mean, any kind of, you know, attacks coming from Terran which just completely get wiped out by Protoss forces. Then the question is, what did he research? Did he research stasis, or did he research recall? And this map, you can try to get inside the main without touching the 3rd base, you know, along this path. So that is something to keep in mind. Anyways, you know, I'm thinking about the 1030, the 830 position, because this base needs to get taken by Shuttle soon. Alright, he's gonna attack. I don't think this is a wise move. There's so many mine. Shuttle is being Shuttle again, coming in and then driving right back. He is really not decisive enough, not persistent, not tenacious enough. He comes through, he does a stasis, and that's the lamest stasis ever. That was the worst stasis I've ever seen in my life. Shuttle, come on. How can this guy won an ASL? How did he win an ASL? It's impossible. He's a joker. Anyways, I guess Scan will have 0 chance against Calm. I'd rather see Shuttle in the final set against Calm than Scan will die. Scan will get completely hydrolyzed by Calm, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, of course, every player's got their own chances of winning, right? So we cannot We cannot just downplay that. Anyways, probes finally getting transferred, and finally Shuttle will be up with 6 bases, whereas his enemies is on 3. Command center coming out. Scan is playing very slowly and surely. Oh my god, Vultures is gonna come out here. There are some cannons. They need to be Dragoons coming out, and that is going to be a very, very nice attack. So of course these soldiers will try to get on high ground, but they are completely blocked. They will all die, so that's slightly unfortunate. Oh my god, these Mind Drag will destroy all of the... Oh my god, Shadow Man! You are so bad. I mean, so unlucky and so bad at the same time. I mean, it's like double unlucky. When you're unlucky and you're bad, it just means double unlucky or maybe double bad. Anyways, looks like Scan says, you know what, I'm gonna come out now. Now the question is, the Shadow needs to send all of its probe towards the 6th base before this battle begins, because it's gonna be the timing attack. Oh my god, walking Zealot into mines here. You know, just like he's got so much money, or Zealot, he doesn't really care. Anyways, supply-wise Scan is not that far behind. We need to have a money EMP on those double arbiters. I don't know if it's got EMP or not. Research. Anyways, Dragoon's coming through, but there's no opening, so Shadow's gonna back up. At least Shadow will be on the high ground right here in this middle area. I don't know. He's checking for recall possibility here, but he doesn't see any kind of openings because there are floating barracks. There are a lot of turrets. And now these tanks are going to start to come out, and there's going to be a command center getting planned out here at the 12 o'clock position. Shadow is waiting for it. He doesn't have the 250 energy upgrade, which means he's gonna be able to do only 2 stasis and 1 recall, and not 2 stasis, not 1 stasis and 1 recall. He's getting ready to do a recall. He's gonna storm. He needs to storm right now. He's storming what? He's storming randomness. He's storming blank. He loses all of the energy for nothing there. He's gonna back up. His other update is gonna try to look for some openings, and he's getting ready for it. And looks like Scan is equally bad because he just let the High Templar walk away. Anyways, this is gonna come in. He's gonna recall where he's touching a lot of turrets, but he will go inside the main. He needs to do it now. Oh my god, he does a good shot, but oh my god, the worst recall in the history of recalls. It's like worse than the total recall the movie. But anyways, this tank is gonna die, yeah, so at least that would just be buying some time. We would at least destroy the turret, maybe. What is gonna be the next recall? But look at this huge counter-attack. Shadow is in some serious trouble. He can try to storm the incoming army right now. What is this? Gonna be another recall. This recall is better. No, it's got nothing. SCVs are getting transferred towards a new base. Shadow's gonna start to come up with the rest of the army. Both players are maxed out here, but that just really put the 2 players on the level playing field once again, because what advantage Shadow had, he clearly made it evaporate in just a blink of an eye. That was a money EMP, but not enough vultures to support. Zelle coming to, we're gonna be having Storm coming from the back. Shadow's forgotten about his items. Storm, he storms a Goliath, which isn't so bad. It's surrounding Scan from both sides, but look at this huge, nicely upgrade time pushing Shadow back. This is exactly that game between Shadow. Oh my god, losing 2 more items with Shadow is just, he's just what is the word I'm looking for? He's just pitiful. I mean, somebody save his soul, this man. He's trying very hard, but he just need to practice more. I mean, if you watch the stream, it's mainly banters with Terror. He doesn't really play Starcraft. He's mainly a comedian now. Anyways, we're gonna be having some nice attack against this front door, and Shadow doesn't have that many gateway yet at his bottom right, so that's gonna be a problem. He's gonna try to hold this area. There could be a recall at some point. There's gonna be a double expansion coming up from Scan. If Scan can win this, it's gonna be the biggest victory, the biggest upset in the history of ASL, because Scan is not even rated by the ELO score. If you look at the ELO stats, I'll just quickly show you right now. Scan is not in here. He doesn't have the score because he's got nothing. Anyways, nice surround though. There's gonna be some nice EMP. Those Hydras could not cast anything, and this base is not saved, but at least he just delayed that base getting destroyed for a while. Shadow trying to set up a new base here, but his probe saturation at the bottom right is very bad. Scan needs to transfer his SV towards his base now. Right here. It looks like Shadow comes up with the rest of the forces from the main base. That was a mistake for Scan to let that hole opened, and he can start to send forces out. These tanks are a little bit clumsy here, but they'll start to chip away the cannons. and that would slow down Shuttle's economic power here. One nexus down, but now these tanks will unsiege, and Shuttle will need to remake his nexus right away. This science vessel is almost getting sniped, but it's fine. It's gonna get saved for a second here. We're gonna be having okay, looks like Shuttle's gonna try to counter attack against this base, and Scan is also a little bit too slow. Another player would be having SCVs here, would having turrets and mines in the middle of the map, but Scan is gonna try to trade bases now. He's taking out 2 Nexus already. He's going to take out the third one. It's going to be a surround from both sides. Nice stasis. Hydra not casting a storm. What is he doing? Shuttle. He doesn't have enough energy. He's going to have enough energy. Oh, some of the Hydra, not all, but he loses everything. He loses everything. The only thing that is remaining that is attacking is an Arbiter. That was a poor trade. Another Arbiter would fall out as well. It's going to be a storm. Maybe no, there isn't even a storm on that. So Shuttle is down to 122 supplies. Scan's major victory would pit him against Calm in the final set here. Shuttle is not even, he researched recall, he researched stasis, he doesn't get anything done. He loses all of his arbiters, and who plays arbiters in 2025? I am sorry, this base got some probes, but it will fall, and Scan is just cleaning up the game now. We will have Scan versus Calm in the final set, so if you enjoyed this, and if you're cheering for Scan, feel free to buy me a coffee. The link to that is going to be in the video description. We hope for a miracle. If Scan can qualify in the round of 16, it will be his first time that he will qualify in the round of 16, but I'm going to say that Calm will win. Of course, Calm is also a comedian in a certain sense of the word, so let's see how those two players are going to be duking it out. Anyways, it's gonna be just cleaning up now because Shuttle 129 supply, Scan is 200 supply. Shuttle has got such an advantage when he started up. The game was completely in the bag for him, but he loses everything because he goes for arbiters. Who goes for arbiters, especially when you cannot even control your arbiters like Shuttle, and when you attack without the arbiters getting ready? So that's gonna be the end of the game, and Scan is looking very, very happy. Thanks a lot. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.